like the ball started rolling so fast. Boom, started DJing. Oh, come like fly out here. My dad was like, yeah, I'm doing the Win, just open for me at the Win. So I had a residency at the Win last year.
Today we are going to jump into the life of DJ, fashion model, and TV personality Miles O'Neal. He is the son of basketball legend Shaquille O'Neal. Miles has had to overcome the public pressure of society growing up in the spotlight and created his own identity to create a successful career. Today we are going to dive deep and really understand what it's like growing up in the spotlight, how to carve your own path, and what Miles does to bring the party into every city he DJs in. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to have you here. I know.
It's very cozy. I love this.
Yeah, I was like, it's supposed to be cozy. I literally built a whole podcast set upstairs, and then I went to sleep one night, literally the day it was done, and I was like, why am I having it in a professional podcast room? I was like, I need to do it differently.
Professional podcast rooms are kind of uncomfortable. Like, this is nice, I can take a nap or I can do whatever I want.
Just chill. Yeah. So obviously, we know each other from LA. We're in the same groups and stuff, and you've built a really successful career DJing. I've obviously seen your face all over West Hollywood with your silk almond milk
that was
stuff.
fun. That was sick.
So everyone's obviously seen your successes, and before we dive into how you've built this all, I really want to shine light on your upbringing, because I think a lot of people look at your life in awe and are like, holy shit, he has such a cool life. How has that been for you growing up?
I don't know. I mean, for me, I guess for my siblings, it was kind of normal to us because that was all we knew.
Yeah.
So it wasn't something, obviously we knew it wasn't normal, but it was at the same time. I didn't know anything else.
Yeah.
But it was crazy, going with my dad places and they go to the mall, they have to shut the mall down, or crowd, we were going out to eat and crowds of people, they have to shut the restaurant down. Or crowds of people will come up while we're eating and stuff like that. So it was definitely a strange childhood, but I got used to it, accustomed to it very fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, what was it like for you when you first realized your dad wasn't just your dad and he was something more to so many other people?
I don't think I had a specific moment. It was kind of just something that I knew growing up, because we were winning championships a lot of times. We played for the Lakers, we're in LA, there's always so much going on. He's on commercials or he's shooting a movie or something like that. You can see people crying, running up to him and stuff. So it's oh wow, this is this is more than him just taking me to school in the morning. This is a whole different thing.
What was it like?
Am I allowed to curse in here? No?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna ask that now.
When you were obviously growing up around the spotlight and fame and everything like that, did you know that was the path you wanted to take? Because you're just oh, this is my life.
No, I thought I was gonna play basketball for sure until I got to I always thought I was gonna play basketball until I got to the 9th grade, and then I was I knew what it took my whole life to be in the NBA, and I was dude, I feel dedicating my life to practicing every day, training every day, doing all that, and I feel I was playing basketball just because my family was playing basketball,
and not because I wanted to do it.
Oh, I mean, my dad never put any pressure on us to play basketball. I was kind of doing it because I think that was what was expected of me from other people. And I got to high school and I was yeah, fuck this. I'm not doing this. And there's no way I can't. I didn't love it as much as I thought I did, I guess.
Yeah, more so the pressure, I feel of society always saying oh, are you going to do basketball? That was probably a lot.
Oh my God, yeah.
And
people still to this day ask me why don't you play basketball? And I'm just oh, I just don't.
You have to explain that every time.
Yeah, I swear. I was oh, I just don't. My siblings play. Why didn't you play? It's because you're trash or something. I'm
you're okay, I could have forced myself, or how old were you when you realized? And I feel that's a hard thing to go through too, with your mental, to really feel it was scary to probably say, okay, I'm not going to do it.
No, I was just straight up just stop playing. I was all right, I'm pretty like that. I know what I want and stuff. I don't really care what other people expect of me.
That's cool.
So I was just I'm not playing basketball anymore. Fuck you guys, I'm not doing this anymore. My coaches were kind of mad, but whatever. My parents were all right, do what you want to do. They don't care. They did not care at all. I mean, they weren't you have to play basketball. But whatever path I decided to take, that's what they wanted.
Yeah. How was it with your brothers? I mean, obviously they all played basketball, right?
All of my siblings play basketball.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
How is it like relating to them? Do you guys relate with you doing your own thing?
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I've always been very close with my brothers in particular. Yeah, like, I mean, like, them playing basketball and me never was like a
difference.
Yeah, no, I'm the oldest, so it was like, kind of just like, followed after me, I guess, a little bit.
Oh, that's cool.
Now they're like way bigger than me. They're both like 7 feet tall. Almost,
oh, damn.
So, yeah.
That's crazy. In school, when you were growing up, were you like around a lot of other kids that had famous families, or were you just like, were kids like shocked by you guys?
I would say like more in elementary school because I lived in LA.
Yeah.
And then we traveled to we moved to Miami, so like no, not really out there. And then I didn't really start meeting other kids again that like had parents that were famous or something until I moved back to LA, I was in the 8th grade.
Yeah.
When we moved back here.
Did kids treat you differently because of your family?
For sure, like all the time, like my siblings went to private school and I went to public school by choice.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, and some like you'd be able to hide it for a little bit, and then Instagram came out and it was like done. You know what I mean? Like
that's cool that you wanted to hide it.
It's just not something I don't like. I'm not introducing myself like, hey, my name is Miles, I'm Shaq's son. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of awkward.
That'd be amazing. That would be amazing. By the way,
my brother used to do that actually. Like when we would be like at a store and say like, I remember one time like we saw like Frank Ocean.
Oh, that's amazing.
At Saks, right? We saw Frank Ocean at Saks, and we were all like, oh damn, it's Frank Ocean. We should take a picture. And my little smallest brother Kier, he was just like, I'll go get it right now. And we were like, bro, don't bother him. And he went up, he was like, hey, my name is Shakir, my dad is Shaq. Can I take a picture? Like just straight up like that. And Frank Ocean looked at him and was like, yeah, I love Shaq. And then took the picture. And then since then, he did it to every celebrity he saw, and it works every time.
Yeah, they're like, crazy. I have to. You're right.
And he's like a little kid at the time, like all cute, like chunky, chubby cheeks. I'm sorry, Kier, for violating like this, but yeah.
That's so good. That's so amazing. Yeah, I feel like just being with your whole upbringing is like something that's very fascinating to a lot of people, obviously, and like navigating what that's like and like making friends and trying to find out like if people actually like you for you or like you for other things. I feel like you've really gotten probably good at knowing.
Yeah, I mean, especially moving back out here, it's like, I mean, I have a very I'm friends with like everybody, as you probably know, but I have a very like tight knit group of people like that I consider like my best friends.
Yeah.
You know, and all my best friends to me are like family. It's like like my mom is like one of their moms and stuff like that. So yeah. Yeah. And then I have like I'm in the scene friends.
Yeah.
Which
the
is
LA
like,
friends.
I'm the last person that they want to like try to clout chase from. It's like, yeah, like clout chasing is at an all-time high here.
I know, it's everywhere you look. You just get used to it.
And then those damn TikTokers came here. Oh my God.
They're everywhere.
The TikTokers. That's when I was like, I'm done going to the club. I'm done doing any of this. I can't do it anymore. I was over it. I was like,
yeah, it's a whole new generation.
Literally.
It's insane. They're just so different. So different. Did it ever bother you that your dad was famous?
No, it never bothered me. I never had a problem with it. It was like, I mean, I was always very supportive of him and his career.
Oh, that's cool.
So like fame came. Like I think that was like the most important thing to us. As a child, like winning, because we would win a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it was always just about basketball, not really about like famousness or whatever. I used to be like, I want to go to like Kids Choice Awards or something. Like that was like my let's do that. Like let's use this famousness for something. Let's go to the Kids Choice Awards or like introduce me to like Raven Simone. Like I would like he would like take us to go see like Sweet Life, Zach and Cody film live. Sick. Yeah, do shit like that. I'm like, yeah, take me to go meet Zach and Cody right now. That was like my thing that I would use, or like go to a toy store or something. Yeah. That was really much it.
That's cool. Was it hard to be motivated when you have such a successful family?
I wasn't the best at school. So, if we were taking school, I was terrible at school. But I feel like after I graduated high school, I immediately moved that summer to New York to work for a licensing company. So I worked in an office. Like, I would wear like a suit and everything, like a tie.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So you were going a totally different path at first.
Oh, yeah. I worked for a licensing company called Authentic Brands Group.
Wow.
No, yeah. I never really had any like problem with motivation or like putting in work.
Yeah.
Even now, like I work a lot. So like I feel like my motivation is just like accomplishing goals and having a purpose when I wake up in the morning, you know?
Because a lot of like kids that grow up with success around them, like sometimes they're just like, okay, I'm gonna chill. Like I would imagine.
Don't get me wrong, chilling is like my favorite thing to do. But like, it's like my favorite thing to do in the world. But I know like I have like responsibilities and you know, I have a girlfriend. Like we live together and stuff. Like and I have a house together and stuff. Cool. So it's like I have that as like a priority of mine and other things, and being a good example for like my siblings and stuff. Yeah. It's also like, even though like I do a bunch of like crazy like ass shit, like I like, you know, like partying because that's what I work in. So
it's networking like, too.
Yeah, it's a lot of networking. Jeez, yeah.
What
networking over bottles in 1942. So it's a lot.
It's how I built my network. I used to be like, I got to a place where I'm like, I'm going out all the time, and I've met pretty much everyone in LA. And when COVID hit, I was like, okay, Tara, chill. You like literally have met everyone. And then that's when I realized I was like, it's about now what you do with your network. Because once you meet these people, it's like, cool.
What were you doing during quarantine?
Just building my agency, just sitting there on a laptop every single day.
Oh, we were getting fried during quarantine. Oh my God. We were getting so fried.
I was on a different...
We were on a lake house, like in Orlando, like riding the boat, like...
Oh, that's sick.
Getting hammered, like, yeah, it was crazy. And it was like sunny every day, like...
Well, that sounds like a dream.
Yeah, I know.
I was literally in an apartment at that point, just like... building my business.
COVID tests at the house. I was like calling my friends. I was like, you gotta fly. It was like $50 for a first class ticket to Orlando. I'm like, come out now. I'm telling you, it's not quarantine here. Florida like didn't shut down for some weird reason.
I know.
I came back here for like a week because I had to like get some things. Because I mean, like I thought it was only gonna last like 2 weeks quarantine. They ended up lasting like 5 months or something. Yeah, it was insane. So I only had like 5 pair of sweats, like 2 shorts, and like 3 t-shirts. So I had to fly back to LA, and I got here. It's like you couldn't do anything, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta get out of here immediately."
It was insane. I remember looking outside, and it was like a ghost town. It was wild, but yeah.
Yeah, I was not here. Like the day that the NBA got shut down, we were on a plane that same night.
Wow.
Yeah, like my dad was like, "Fuck!" Like I guess that's one of the perks of like his fame. Like he immediately got a plane. It was like he called me. He's like, the plane's there, pack a bag, like get on the plane now, go. Like whoever you can bring, get them on the plane right now.
That's so crazy. I feel like that's like a movie.
Yeah, it was pretty insane actually.
Like, do you guys want to escape right now?
Yeah, he was like, go, like get on now, like go to the airport. We drove to Van Nuys Airport, like got on. My car was there for like 5 months.
Wow. Yeah, you went through a different time during COVID. I was like literally locked down. It was insane. So what keeps you motivated then?
I guess like setting a good example for my siblings, my responsibilities that like I put on my own plate. Because my mom works very hard and my dad still works very hard. So, you know, they set a very good example for me as far as like keeping my mind on track. They're like, do whatever you want, like whatever, like go out and stuff like that. But just make sure your stuff is taken care of, which I feel like I do a pretty good job of.
Have they told you any lessons growing up that really inspired you?
I don't know. My mom was like the stricter parent. So like my mom still to this day like scares me. So like I guess that's another thing. Like it's like I don't want to disappoint her because I feel like it's kind of like that mentality of like when you're a kid and like I still look at her as like I looked at her when I was a little kid, you know, like I don't want to disappoint my mom. And my dad's kind of like, it's okay, like you're all right, you know, like all the time.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, but my mom, she's scary kind of.
It's good to have one strict parent. My dad's strict too. My mom's more chill.
Okay, yeah, it was for me. It was the opposite. My mom was like super.
Yeah.
She struck the fear of God into like all of us. Like,
wow.
Yeah, I swear. I'm not even joking.
You're like, well, I got this. I'll be good. So what made you interested in music?
So as far as like DJing and music, when my dad started his DJ Diesel career, I was like helping in like the background with that, and you know, like just on the DJ Diesel team, and kind of like found out organically that I had a good like ear for music.
Oh, that's cool.
And then like his team, like the rest of the team was like, yo, you should just try to DJ. And I was like, my dad plays dubstep. I was like, I don't want to play dubstep music. Yeah. Like I don't really care for it. I mean, I like it and I'll help you guys with it, but I don't want to play it myself.
Yeah.
So then we had to find a route, and we found like tech house music.
Oh, cool.
And
you're such a good DJ, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I remember when I first heard you, I was like, holy shit. Yeah, you're so good.
So yeah, I found that route, and then I just started DJing like 2 years ago.
Oh,
like, or
cool.
maybe like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
So,
And you've already done so much.
I know, it's crazy. Like, it happened so fast, and everything, like, the ball started rolling so fast. Like, it was like, boom, started DJing, and then it was like, oh, come, like, fly out here. I would do, like, bar lists at first.
Yeah.
And, like, house parties. And then people were like, oh, fly to Miami, or fly to blah, 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 or fly here. And then it was like, my dad was like, yeah, I'm doing the Wynn, just open for me at the Wynn. So I had a residency at the Wynn last year. Like, it was, so it was all, and that was like a few months after I had started. So I'm like, yo, this is insane. Like, this is crazy. And it's like, got a management team. Now I have a booking agent with Wasserman. And
what is it like to DJ with your dad?
DJing with my dad is fun. Yeah, it's like always like, he's like super like animated and super like childish. I'm not, for lack of a better term.
That's cool.
But yeah, like, so we're always like goofing around. It's like, I'll open and like, and then he'll play after me and close. Now we have this new, like, we're starting like separate from our own like DJ careers. We're gonna have a duo.
No way.
Called the O'Neill Boys.
That's gonna do so well.
Yeah. So it's gonna be me and him DJing together as like the first DJ father-son duo like ever.
Wait, that's so sick. That's gonna be insane.
Yeah, so we're in the works of like getting all the logistics down for that. And then we're gonna have the O'Neill Boys, the group. So I'll still, like, a show would be like, I'll still open, he'll play after me, and then we'll end as O'Neill Boys. Or we could just play an O'Neill Boys show, just me and him.
Damn, that's so sick. That's gonna do so well.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Excited. Yeah, the father and son thing is so cool.
It's the first time ever that would have happened. So like, we already play together, so I'm like, oh yeah, it makes the most sense.
Yeah. What is it like with working with him? You guys get each other?
Yeah, we get each other. I feel like it's also like a better way for, because I don't play basketball or anything, so it is kind of more of a way for us to connect.
Yeah, like bonding.
Yeah, exactly. It's fun. I'm telling you, you should come to one of the shows.
I would love to.
It's all, we just chill, have fun, like, go to the hookah. He loves smoking hookah. We go to the hookah bar and shit.
That's cool. I was going to say, it's cool that you said he's more childlike, because I like always believe in that. I'm like, no matter how old I get, I like to be around people that have that, because then it's like, it makes life more fun, and you're like a little bit more positive when you look at things, and you can just like fool around and just joke. So I'm like, that's cool that he's like that.
Yeah, I have to show you. We have a bunch of footage I'll show you. We were like filming a documentary about the whole DJ Diesel project.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I have to show you. I have the trailer. It's really sick.
Yeah, tell me about that. Like that project.
It's just like, I don't know, we're trying to show the rise of him transitioning from like, basketball player into this like dubstep, like world-renowned DJ.
Cool.
And it's just shot so well by like our media team, Acre Media, and Brian is one of our producers. He's like my dad's like right-hand man as far as music, and he's just one of his best friends in general.
Oh, that's cool.
And we just like captured like all the footage from just being on tour and like the process of him moving forward from Shaq into DJ Diesel.
Yeah, and then he has his own festival, right?
Oh yeah, I mean he has
Shaq's
like,
Funhouse.
Oh, Shaq's Funhouse.
That's insane.
There's so much going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Shaq's Funhouse is we do it every Super Bowl, wherever the Super Bowl.
Which is so cool to me. Like if you want to get into music, you're like, I'm gonna throw my own like festival.
Yeah, literally. And he has like he usually has the biggest. He's had like Diplo. He had like Carnage when Carnage was Carnage. Cool. Like Diddy has performed there.
Yeah.
Snoop. Lil Wayne, like he's had like some of the biggest acts.
They're both so fun. I went to the one in Miami, and then I also went to the one in LA.
The one in Miami was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't you guys have a table at the one in LA?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it's so fun. I'm like, that's a way to really take over in the space. You're like, I don't really care about having to get into some other festival. I'm going to throw my own festival.
Literally, yeah. That's literally
the
how
way it goes.
And now he has his own stage at Tomorrowland this year.
No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So he has this DJ Diesel Bass All-Stars stage.
That's crazy.
And he gets like pick the lineups all the way in Belgium. Like it's crazy. I don't know how they have so many stages at Tomorrowland. So it's sick that he gets like his own stage this year.
Have you been to Tomorrowland, or is that gonna be your first
Last
time?
year was my first year. I'm gonna lean back down.
No, you're good.
Okay. Last year was my first year at Tomorrowland, and I had a great time. Yeah. It's so big. I didn't even get to see the entire festival.
Yeah.
It's huge. It's like I don't even know.
I've seen like only videos of it, but I'm like, it almost like makes my heart leave, because it's like, I feel like you're going into a whole nother world, and
You
you're
really
just like,
are.
you really could get lost in there.
You really can. It's overwhelming as hell.
Yeah, I'm like, my heart goes a little. I'm like, oh God, but it looks sick.
Yeah, it's super sick. You have to check it out. I mean, if you're are you going to Europe anytime this summer or no?
I was thinking about it, like going to Amsterdam. Like my friends are going out there, so I'm like, it gives me a good reason to go. And those are always like my best. I know. I haven't been on a trip in so long. But those are always my like most fun trips if you actually go with friends.
Oh yeah.
So I was like,
those are the best trips.
Yeah, yeah. What's the coolest thing you've ever done with your dad? Like the coolest place he's ever taken you? Do you have any cool stories?
Damn, that's a hard question.
You're like, so many. Let me pull out my list.
Yeah, we've done so much together. I'm trying to think. I mean, this summer when we did the DJ Diesel tour in Europe, that was sick. We went to like Croatia, Spain. We went to Ibiza. We went to Belgium. I think we went somewhere else. I'm not sure. We were going so many different places that it was just crazy. So I would say that was probably like the most fun I've had with him. And like none of the rest of my siblings were there. It was just like the team and then me and him, and then
that's
us
cool.
just like having fun.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
So are you going to like? Is it like festivals and clubs? And so you're like seeing what it's like out there in those like nightlife.
Yeah, it's like venues, and like we did a show. I played at the show too, where we were in the King's Landing Castle from Game of Thrones. Underneath it, we performed. Yeah, it was crazy. In
crazy.
Dubrovnik, Croatia.
That's dope.
Yeah, it was sick.
What's your dream gig? Like your dream like thing to do for music, where you're
play at Coachella for sure. Yeah, playing Coachella is my number one. Like
I already know you're going to, so I'm like, we're gonna manifest that.
I need to play Coachella.
I could already
that would
see
be
it.
insane. Like I would be so happy. Like if I ever got that call, I'd be I'd probably cry. Honestly, I would like probably cry.
You're like yes. What's also your dream collab? Do you have any other artists you want to collab
I
with?
like Fisher. I like John Summit. If I ever could get like a Bad Baby song, not Bad Bunny. Sorry, not Bad Baby. I'm sorry, Bad Baby. I did not mean that though. A Bad Bunny song would be sick.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Or like
Fisher's like crazy. How many people love him? He's
he's so sick.
Crushing.
That's how I originally started. Like chose a route for like what kind of music I wanted to play, because I was like, I loved Fisher. I was like, Fisher's the best.
Yeah.
And then like me finding out about Fisher, like looking into his stuff, I found so many different artists that I like.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I always hear about his name. Like people love him.
He's super dope.
Do you have any upcoming shows or things that you're gonna be?
I have a show literally this week tomorrow.
No way. That's why you're like, I'm going out of town?
Yeah, I'm going out of town at 7 a.m.
Oh shit.
Yeah, 7 a.m. I'm going to Oklahoma.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Do you have to travel a lot?
I literally got back on Monday, so every weekend I'm gone.
No way. Does your girlfriend go with you?
She doesn't want to go to Oklahoma. Like last time she came with me was during Super Bowl.
Okay.
But I don't want to drag her around. I'm like have to go. Like last week I was in Detroit and I got on a flight at 5 a.m. and I went to Tallahassee, Florida.
Yeah, you're like, do you want to come on?
And then I get right back on a plane at 5 a.m. again and fly back to LA. And it's like, I don't want her to have to get ready and be on time. And then it's like, we might miss dinner and I have to order like Popeyes or something or like whatever they have in the town that I'm at. Like,
that's true.
It's like eat when you can and like sleep when you can and then just go all the time. So, I mean, but yeah, we go to stuff like Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Or like, when I had my residency at the Wynn, she would always come with me at every show.
Oh, that's cool.
And like, we go like Formula One together or.
Wow, that's sick.
Yeah, like just the bigger stuff, like I always want to make sure she likes to do things and like explore and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Is it hard having that life where you're like constantly traveling?
Kinda. This is like a good thing about me. I can go to sleep on command.
Oh, that's
so
sick. I
yeah.
wish I had that.
It's like I get on a plane, I get to my seat, like,
you're like
out before we take off, and I don't wake up until we land on the plane every time.
That's so dope. That's such a good gift.
It is, and then we get to like the room. Sometimes you're so exhausted, like you can't sleep. That's not a thing for me.
That's
like
so cool.
I go right to sleep.
It's so weird because like as I've gotten older, I've had like I feel like an old lady because I've heard older women say this. They're like, I just need to go home to my own bed and all this stuff, and I was like, okay, chill. And I always could sleep everywhere growing up, and then like now recently, if I go to someone's house, I'm just like, I have to go home.
Yeah, no, I feel what you're saying.
Like if I'm sleeping in an unfamiliar place, like I now don't sleep as well. And I'm like, what is happening to me? I wish I wasn't like that. It's a hard thing.
I mean, like the number one thing about traveling all the time is just packing and like packing.
That's annoying.
That's like packing a new outfit for every single show. Like I have 4 shows, I have to really be like, all right, I'm gonna wear this night, this night, this night, this night. Cause like that's just, I could just be like, who cares? But I just love clothes so much that I can't do that. Yeah. So I have to plan it out like, whatever. This is my airport outfit, and this is what I'm wearing like for the rest of the shows. And then usually after the show, like I'll get off the stage at 2. My flight's at 5:30, so I'll just wear whatever I'm wearing at that show, and I'll get to the next place, and I'll sleep the entire time.
Do you go alone?
Yeah, me and like either a videographer or a tour manager, but so a lot of the times I'm just by myself.
Yeah.
So I'll just be sitting in the room by myself all day. So I'm like, I might as well sleep. Like, yeah.
That's a crazy life, I feel. And it's always like that when you're a DJ, right? It's like for the rest of your life, you're just gonna be like.
It works out because
like the biggest DJs in the world are like always just
all everywhere
traveling.
It's like it's fine, kind of like, cause like I know like I get those shows where I can have everybody come with me. Yeah. So it's like, all right, it's just like 3 months of like this, and then like I get that one show where everybody gets to come out, and it's just like more fun, and we'll stay there for a few days. It's like, and then it's again 3 more months, and then I mean like, and it's hard like missing a lot of stuff, and like, you know, it's like lonely. It's like,
I was gonna say, I feel like it would get a little lonely at times because you're like, oh god, I have to go here.
Even last week, like all of my friends went to like Hawaii. My girlfriend went with them, and like I couldn't go because like I had to work, and it's just like lonely on the road in like Detroit, and like cold Detroit in my room by myself, like eating like a wrap like that from like downstairs. Just like they're eating like all this extravagant food and stuff like that, and it's like. And even like the more I've been traveling, I feel like there's even been like a disconnection with like my friends and stuff, like because I don't get to be around. Like I'm not around as much. Yeah. You know, so.
But see, you're motivated though. Yeah. You're committing.
I know it's all for the better. Yeah. And you know I have to work, and this is what I chose to do. I'm not like saying like, oh, I feel bad for me or anything. Yeah. But, you know, I knew like that. There's a lot of things that I'd have to like sacrifice to do it, to accomplish the goals I need to accomplish.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's because a lot of people would not be able to live that life.
It's hard.
And they don't see all that part of it. Like they only see the glamorous parts, but like you're having to go to like, even like you said, just like random cities around the world and like get known in these places and commit to going and like no matter what.
I mean, it works out because like, I mean, like I try to like always do the same thing. It's like, I'll go do the show, say for like a college town. Like I'm on like a college tour right now.
That's cool.
I'll like go to like whatever frat party after, and I'll play there. Like and just hang out with all the kids there.
That's actually so cool.
Yeah, every time.
Such a dope experience, I feel.
So I'll just bring my bag with me, boom, and I'm just like, all right, I just gotta be out here by like this time to make it to the airport for my flight. That's it.
Wow, what is it like being at frat parties? Is it just hilarious?
It's nuts. Yeah, these kids like go crazy. These kids are wild. I was like, yo, wow.
I never got to be in that life, so I'm always like fascinated
I didn't go to university.
Yeah, I was like, they party so hard.
It's like I didn't go to university. Now I get to see every single one, and like I can be the judge of like they'll be like, this one's better. I'm like, well, actually, like I went there 5 times. Like,
it's funny how when you're going through that age, people drink so much. They fucking rage.
Bro, I rage when we're on tour, like, but I have to pick and choose when I'm gonna rage. Like, so if I have 2 shows, like. I'll like have a few drinks, and then like maybe that last show I'll really rage. Yeah. That first night, Shaq's Funhouse, and I had to play again the Sports Illustrated party the very next night.
Oh God.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
I was like struggling the next day, like, oh my God.
And you have to act like you're having a great time.
I was just like like my rider, like so when I go places to play, it's like microwave ramen, Pedialyte, powder form or juice form. A bunch of water, coconut water, Skinny Pop, and tequila, and disposable cameras. So I always have an emergency. So I always have some type of hydration. Yeah. Because I need it, like I really do. And flying like dehydrates you, everything, like stress, and it's a whole thing.
Okay, let's get into your relationships. Okay. Obviously you have a girlfriend, but before you had a girlfriend, what was it like in that world for you? Because obviously people probably know about your whole life, and it's probably hard to navigate finding girls that are with you for the right intentions. Or I
had before, like I was with my current girlfriend, like I was like a year and some change before I had another girlfriend. I was with her for like 3 years.
Oh, so you're like a relationship person.
I guess I would consider myself a relationship person.
Yeah.
And then like all of those like in between gaps are like, yeah. It's just like, so like it's just like I was like wild out. I'm not gonna lie actually.
Yeah.
But like whatever, like yeah, I was like kind of like wild out. But I mean like yeah, I know. Like even like now I'm kind of like I tell my girlfriend all the time like I'm not doing this again. Like I want to be with you and like this is gonna work out because I'm not doing this again.
Yeah.
Like it's too much for me. I feel like I'm just like at a place. And I've known my girlfriend since I was 11 years old.
No way. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so I'm like, if there's any signs, it's like to just you know what I mean. Like I'm like yeah. So this is really like it for me.
When you were dating and you were single, what was like your red flags that you'd see on girls that you're like, all right, this girl's not.
Like anytime that they would try to like name who they knew or where they've been or stuff like that. What else?
Yeah, bragging about who you know is a
Bible
huge red
verses
flag.
in their Instagram bio. That's still a red flag.
Why?
Or like tattooed by. I don't know. Every some weird reason every time like I would see one of those girls. They're always wild. I was like, all right.
You're like, I thought you were just like wholesome.
Let me think. Oh my God, there's so many red flags. I have like a list of like pet peeves in my phone.
Please tell us the pet peeves.
I'll tell you right now.
We have to know.
It's so specific. Like I know some people are gonna be like, bro, what?
I have to know.
Let's see where these are.
You're like, they bugged me so much, I wrote them down.
People who name their cars. Don't know why. I hate that though.
That's hilarious.
Oh, when girls go on the plane and like get flown out or something, and then they'll take a picture of the plane and it's just them on the plane, and you know that it's not just them on the plane. That pisses me off too. People who are bad at traveling, like can't pack well, or like get lost in the airport, or like don't have TSA pre-check or clear.
This bugs you?
Yes. This is a random one too. I don't know where I would come up with these. People that use the term sticky icky when they're smoking weed, I hate that too.
I've never had anyone say that to me.
And when people use puns at any time, like I don't like on purpose, like I don't know why. The rest of these I cannot say on this podcast.
You're like, I will get canceled.
Yeah. But those are some random pet peeves that I have. So it's like specific things.
So your girlfriend had to pass a lot of tests prior.
I deal with her pet peeves. Like I don't mind them. I'm like
she had to like really.
Because I love her, so I'm just like, okay, I can deal with this. But
that's
like,
hilarious.
Sometimes you're like, yeah, no.
I feel like LA is such an interesting place to date though, because obviously there's a lot of different types of, you know, influencers, celebrities, and then there's all these other people that want to be around that and be that, and then that's like a lot to navigate, and then finding the real people that
I feel like everybody's like just dating each other. It's like,
yeah,
it's like they're playing like they're trading, like it's like an NBA or something. I'm like, it's crazy how many people I've known that like have dated other people I know from here. Like it's just like, it shows like how little like this Hollywood environment gets out of their circle. I'm like, you can go like over there and it's a completely different group of people. You don't have to be over here.
Yeah, that's so true.
Like even like my girlfriend now, a lot of people are like, oh my God, I've never seen her before. Like that's shocking. Like where is she from? Like the Valley? I'm like, no, like I've met her not here. Like
you're like, I didn't stay in this bubble.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's so true. What I always feel like is like LA is also like high school all over again. It's just like such a little group, and then it's like the popular kids,
yeah, and
like the people that want to be around them, and it's like a whole.
I never understood having drama as like a grown adult.
Yeah,
it never made sense to me. But like, it's really people have like drama and like beef here. Like, and I'm like, yo, you have beef? Like, why? You're like, because like he was on Instagram, like sub-storying me, like talking about. I'm like, bro, what? Like, what are you talking? Like, listen to yourself talk. Yeah, I need to write that down on my pet peeves. It's like grown adults that have beef. That's getting written on the list. That's
definitely one. Does your family or parents ever embarrass you?
My dad's such a goof that I don't think it's embarrassing. Because he's always doing like just funny things. Like he'll put on like wigs or do like he like had like a tried to shave his hair the other day to make it look like he had a really, really, really far receding hairline. So he put his hairline like right here. And this is all on national television. So it's like...
That's so amazing.
Yeah, people love it or whatever. And then my mom, no, she doesn't really embarrass us. She kind of just, she's like just proud mom stuff, like make like reels of like our accomplishments and post them on her. Yeah, she posted one of like the silk thing.
Oh, that's so cute. That's the mom you want. Your mom was on Basketball Wives?
My mom started Basketball Wives.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow, tell us about that.
Yeah, she created Basketball Wives.
That's sick.
Like years ago. I was young too.
She is a boss.
Yeah, she's a boss for sure. Yeah, my mom works really hard. I think Basketball Wives is still on. If I'm not, I've been on it a million times, but I've never like watched it.
Wow, you haven't ever watched your episodes?
No.
I feel like it's so weird to see yourself.
We had a show for 2 seasons, so like a family show.
Wow.
Yeah, so like I watched those because I was like a main character. So I was like, all right, I'll watch this. Let me see how they portray me on here.
Did they portray you the same way it was, or they?
Yeah, I was just like always goofing off, like messing around. Like it was like when I was in high school.
Yeah.
So that was cool. I had fun.
Is it on reality TV? Do they change a lot of the scenarios, and you're like?
Yes. Not for that show because like. It was our show.
Yeah.
So like it was my mom's idea, it was our show. So like the producers, and it was like a family oriented show.
That's cool.
Like I did another show for E called like Ranch Rules, and they completely like changed the narrative, and like the whole set was like unorganized and just unprofessional in general.
Yeah.
So like, and then there's a bunch of things that like they like said that like this is how it is and that's how, and it wasn't how it is, or like lunch is supposed to be at this time every day but it's not, or it's like they'd like, oh, you have to go to bed at this certain time, like no, like
that's crazy.
And so it was like certain things like that, and then yeah, it was that show was just a mess, like, which I understand probably why they don't have a season 2 of that now, because
like this makes sense.
Yeah, I left early, and then they said like, they were like, you gotta go, Miles, and I was like, they said like, I was influencing the cast. Because like you were like not supposed to have your phone, and I was like no. And then they're like, you can't have your phone. I was like, I'm gonna have my phone. Like I was like, what if something happens? Like I have to have my phone. I won't use it during the scenes.
Yeah.
And then other castmates would have their phones, and they said I was influencing the cast, and they kicked me off. And then on the show they said Miles left, and I was like, okay. I've actually never said that publicly. So that is crazy. Like,
when you were on the Basketball Wives show with your family, what was that like, having a reality show that you're on all the time?
It was fun. Like we shot it in a short amount of time. We'd shoot it for like 2 or 3 months.
Oh, okay, cool.
And
so it wasn't for like crazy amount of time.
Yeah, and it was just like mostly like at my mom's house.
Yeah.
So like I lived there. So I was like, okay, this is easy. Like wake up, be like, we just do our regular thing.
Yeah.
And then like, just try to come up with like fun ideas to do, or but everything was very organic. Like we'd come up with the idea, be like, we should do this to mom. And then we have to go to producers and be like, we need a budget. Okay, so we need a budget to do this.
Do you have any of your dad's friends that are a mentor to you?
I mean, none like celebrity-wise, but I mean, a lot of, like, I feel like his number one friend that I talk to or listen to is probably Brian, his music guy, and like one of his best friends. I talked to Brian. I was literally on the phone with Brian before I walked in the house today.
Cool.
Like, yeah, he talks to me a lot about, and he's helped me a lot with my career.
That's amazing.
And he's always there. Just life in general, like, so he's always there for me. Brian Biotti. I would say your whole government name, pussy.
I was gonna say, because your dad has done so many businesses, he probably just has such a solid team around him.
Oh yeah, he has a great team around him.
Yeah.
It's all like a big machine. It always has been, you know what I mean? Like the Shaquille O'Neal brand is so massive. It's like so many moving parts all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like a moving part in the business side as well. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. Yeah, I was gonna say my mom went to. She was telling me, she was raving about it, by the way, but the chicken sandwich.
Oh, big chicken.
Yeah, big chicken. It was funny because her boyfriend was like, you have to come. You have to try this sandwich. And she's like, they drove up, and it was in Valencia in Los Angeles. And there was a huge line. So she was like, really, I don't know if I want to wait in the line. She was all complaining about waiting in the line. And then she's like, I kid you not. I tried a bite of that sandwich, and she's British, so it was amazing. And she's like, and that was the best chicken sandwich I've ever had. I was like, really? So I was like, I need to drive out there and have it too.
You know what's crazy? I've never had it before.
No way.
I've never had it before, ever.
Wow.
Crazy,
Is
right?
it new?
It's been open for a few years.
Oh,
so
God,
like,
so you have no excuse.
No, none at all. And there's a sandwich called Uncle Jerome. Like Uncle Jerome is like my actual uncle. I was
No
like,
way.
I haven't even tried his sandwich.
God, that's horrible.
I'm not going all the way to Valencia. Like I don't need to drive all the way out there. I'm like,
that was like how I thought. I was like, my mom's out there, but I have to figure out a time that I'm ever gonna go there. But yeah.
If he makes a mile sandwich, I'm going there. I'm going there. I'll live there. I'll move in the back.
Yeah.
I'll make the sandwiches myself.
Well, it's poppin'. She said there's always a line, so I'm like, it's crazy. He really just builds a ton of shit. So let's go into your style. Obviously, you have really good style.
Thank you.
Proud of your style?
I guess.
I'm proud of it.
Thanks. Thank you.
What got you into like fashion and all that stuff?
I've always been into clothes like my whole life. Yeah, it wasn't really anything that I thought like, ooh, I'm super into fashion, but I always like nice clothes.
Do you take your outfits like really seriously? Do you plan them all?
It depends. Like now that like I'm on tour and stuff, and I'm on tour, yeah. But like if I'm like just here, I'll just wear like sweats and like I'll hit up Tory and get some Boys Lie, and I'll just wear that for like a week straight. But like, yeah, like when I'm stepping out, like I try to step out. Like we just did like a meeting with like Moose Knuckles and Telfar. They gave me this crazy. I wore it to the Sports Illustrated party, but it's like a lambskin Telfar trench coat with the matching bag. It's so fire.
Well, it is sick.
It's so hard. But yeah, I mean, I've always been into fashion at a young age, and then when I was working in New York at that licensing company, I got discovered to do modeling. And
I was gonna say I saw that you did you've done runways before.
Yeah, like it was crazy. Like I literally got a phone call. Well, I got a DM from this lady named Kelly Elmore, and she's like, "Can I call you?" And I was like, "Sure." Like, she's like, "Well, I have fashion ideas." I was like, "Okay." And I was like, "Hello?" She was like, "Hey, so I was just on the phone with Dolce & Gabbana. They want you to fly out to Milan and walk their fashion show like in 3 days."
That's so dope.
It's crazy. It was crazy. I was like, "Wait, what?" Like,
is this a real call?
Exactly. So we had to hurry up and do a contract and everything, and then I was literally in Milan
Wow.
within a few days. Yeah, it was crazy.
Why didn't you just really push down that lane? Because I feel like you could have kept going down.
I was doing it. I
do
just
kind
of I mean, when did we stop doing runway stuff? Probably 3 years ago, 2 years ago.
I feel like that's a whole world.
I still go to Fashion Week and stuff like that, but I haven't been doing it. It's I mean, music has consumed everything.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've been trying to get back into just doing more Fashion Week and stuff like that. But I still love fashion. I don't want to do runway anymore though. It's too time consuming.
Why? What's time?
Because you you're there for 9 hours.
No way.
Yeah.
Because they're sizing you and putting you in a ton of stuff.
Yeah, and it's just a whole ordeal, and yeah, I never really was a runway model. I have friends that are runway models, you know what I mean? And they're really good at what they do, and I mean I can do shoot and print and stuff like that. We did the silk thing. I like doing stuff like that.
What are some pieces that you think every guy needs in order to look trendy? Because not a lot of guys are trendy. Most guys are worried to wear certain things. And I feel the ones that are fuck it, you're even wearing a pink beanie and you're just I'm gonna rock whatever. You know what I mean?
I kind of do just wear whatever. I mean, whatever I'm feeling.
But you have to have a certain confidence also to do that.
Masculinity is kind of a spectrum. I feel some guys I'm not gonna wear this because for example, I wear a lot of Boys Lie casual wear, and it's kind of a unisex brand, but it's a girl's brand.
Yeah.
But I wear that stuff all the time. I love it. Me and my girlfriend have matching outfits and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But and no one ever says anything to me about it.
Yeah.
But I feel a staple that every guy should have is at least one pair of Jordans.
Yeah.
Or I don't really wear sneakers like that, but I feel Jordans is pretty standard.
Yeah.
I feel if you have a nice pair of Jordans, you can if you're trying to pull girls or something, every girl's all right, he has some Jordans on, or he has some nice shoes on or something. He cares about himself. Definitely have to have not just a generic white t-shirt, maybe get a James Purse white tee or black.
I just learned about that shirt.
Oh yeah.
It's soft.
It's soft. It's nice. I love them. I love James Purse t-shirts.
Yeah,
I wear them all the time.
Yeah, it's a soft shirt. Matt wears those. I'm damn.
I wear Golden Goose shoes a lot.
Okay, I've never heard of that yet.
Golden
Goose
the one with the star.
Okay,
yeah.
never mind. Yeah.
I wear that. Those my go-to shoes for a day-to-day basis. Golden Goose for sure.
They're the ones that always look like they're totally worn out.
Yep, exactly. That's you hit it right on the nose.
You just been running a marathon.
So yeah, this when they do get worn down, they just still look new.
Yeah,
so it's
like, that's how they're supposed to look. Yeah. I bought them old.
You do kind of like they have like a little like wear and tear on them, but they're nice. Like I have like probably like 15, 16 pairs of Golden Goose shoes that just rotate through. Like
just like going through. Yeah, I feel like it's all about like for guys when they want to change it up, but they have to just be confident at the end of the day. Because if you like put on something, because some guys will always wear like similar stuff, and then they don't want to like go outside of their boundaries. And then if they do, they feel uncomfortable and I don't want to wear it. I feel stupid. But I was like, it's all about
Banks
just showing
always wears
confident.
like a long T-shirt and a hat and like a fitted hat every day, and I'm like, bro, wear something else.
Guys get away with always wearing the same stuff most of the time. Like the same exact similar stuff where girls always have to like be creative. But I feel like the guys that are looked at as trendy, it's just because they're confident and they're willing to like go outside of the boundaries.
Yeah, so a lot of outfits I wear that I feel like are like pretty generic. People will be like, oh, this is super like fly. But I think it's just because like I know like I'm not trying to seem like conceited. Like because I'm wearing it, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Like I guess.
Even you're wearing pearls.
Yeah, it must have been a gift from my brother.
They're sick.
Sharif, yeah, he got him some pearls.
Yeah. So you're not worried to like break the normal.
I have a lot of jewelry, but like I just don't like wearing diamonds anymore.
Yeah.
So damn, this sounds crazy that I'm saying this like this, but I don't like wearing diamonds anymore. So I've been trying to find like an alternative that's not like chrome hearts or something, because I feel like everybody's wearing chrome hearts.
Yeah.
I love chrome hearts, but everybody's wearing chrome hearts. So I'm like, all right, let's try pearls for now. Pearl bracelet.
Funny that some things will just blow up so much, and then you're like, all right, I'm gonna change.
Yeah, because then it's just kind of like you're fitting into like, I guess I don't like fitting into a box of just like generic clothing. You know what I mean?
So let's wrap up. The questions I always ask is, what is your $1 billion quality that got you to the place that you are now?
My $1 billion quality. I'd have to go with my personality, and probably people say I have an infectious smile. Like I smile a lot.
Yeah, you do, which is good.
So yeah, I feel like that's, I mean, for my industry, I guess I kind of have to like smile. I'll do like modeling, and now like DJing. It's good to.
Well, I feel like it also makes people like feel more comfortable to like approach you.
I feel like I'm an approachable guy.
Yeah, like, it's important.
Yeah.
Especially when people, if they know who you are, they're like, okay, they're going to expect you might be an asshole. I feel like
a lot of people think I'd be an asshole when you first like meeting me, if you like heard about me or like from my background. And then they'll be like, oh, he's not an asshole. He's a nice guy. I feel like I've gotten that a lot. I've gotten that a lot. Like, we thought you were going to be a dick, but like, you're not. You're not a dick. You're kind of cool. I'm like, thanks, I guess. Like,
that's a good one. That's cool. Yeah, personality is a big one. How do you envision yourself in 3 years?
In 3 years, what we talked about already, I got to play Coachella.
Yeah.
I just want to keep, just building my career from what it is now. Definitely want to be accomplishing more of my goals.
Yeah.
As far as music and business in general, I think I don't know exactly. I don't really have a pinpoint of where I want to be.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm on the right path of just keep doing what I'm doing, just on a bigger level, basically.
Yeah. Is there anything that interests you in the world that you're learning about right now?
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been really learning anything recently. I've been playing a lot of Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh,
so
cool.
I've been learning spells. So
that's cool.
I've been learning spells on my PS5. That's what I've been learning recently. Like I'm really trying to think right now. Like that's all I think about. Like right now, I'm like, I gotta make sure I get that spell when I get back home. Like it's a rainy day.
Gaming's fun. That's
Do
it.
you play video games?
I'm gonna start trying, because I used to play video games all the time when I was growing up, and I haven't in a while, and I'm like, it's a good hobby.
It's a great hobby.
Yeah,
it takes your mind off.
Yeah, you get lost in it. It's better than watching TV.
I love TV, so
I love TV too, but like if that's all you really have, you like it's a good other thing, Yeah,
I just started Peaky Blinders for the first time.
Oh, my mom said that's great.
Yeah, I'll have to finish that too. But Hogwarts Legacy has taken over my life, so.
Right, I have to play it. What's your favorite social media platform and why?
Twitter.
Wow.
Because it's like it's like the wild, wild west out there. Like you just see what they post everything on Twitter. I get a lot of my information from Twitter.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. Like one of the craziest things about Twitter is how like somebody could be on there like, hey, I got robbed by this person, And then within like an hour, some random person they'll like investigate. Twitter's like detectives.
No way.
Yes. Like people get murdered, like who did this murder? And then they'll be like, it's here. And then somebody will talk to somebody and it's like a huge thread.
No way.
And they'll find the person. It's crazy. Twitter is like a scary place.
You
like,
just go down a rabbit hole.
Oh, you can go down the craziest rabbit holes on Twitter.
And now, do you feel like you've seen it change since Elon came in?
Not at all.
Oh, really?
No, I feel like
because he always talks about that he's like allowing everyone to speak.
Yeah, that's like about it. I mean, like before, I guess they would try to censor some people, but
yeah.
Like I mean, like you still see some like crazy stuff on Twitter. Like,
that's cool.
Like I'll go on Twitter and this morning, like, I mean, this is kind of sad. I saw like a full shootout like on Twitter. The first thing I saw this morning, I was like, whoa! And then somebody like quoted it like, damn, wonder what they did to make them that mad. Like it made a joke out of it, and I was like, yo, this place is dark.
It's crazy. And
TikTok
it's not censored?
Yeah, everything's uncensored.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
TikTok's starting to get kind of dark too, but I like TikTok a lot.
TikTok's entertaining.
I'll put TikTok second. Twitter first, though. I don't think I'll ever get off Twitter ever in my life.
Yeah.
It's the best.
When you film all your shows and stuff, where are you going to put all that content?
I post like on my story, or sometimes if it's a big show, I'll post on my Instagram.
Yeah.
But I haven't really posted it. I actually did. I just posted a Super Bowl recap on my TikTok.
You need to make a YouTube channel too. You should put it everywhere.
Yeah, we were talking about doing like a kind of like a vlog or mini series type of thing.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Because then people are like connected with your journey.
Yeah, maybe I'll start that. Maybe I'll just start that this summer.
You will.
I will start that this summer.
Okay, amazing. Tell everyone where they can find you on your socials.
Okay, I'll plug myself. Okay,
yes.
Miles O'Neal on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, everything. You can find me there.
YouTube.
Soon to be YouTube. Bands in town. If you want to come see me perform any place, bands in town. Miles O'Neal.
That's the app, right? The app where you can go like see who's in town.
Yes,
that's cool.
Exactly. So you can just like if you follow me to keep up to date.
Your music's so good. Everyone has to go check him out. Like when I first heard him perform, I was like, "Holy shit, this is Miles!" Like
that.
I felt funny because all of our friends, like we all know each other, and I was like, I seem like a fan. I was like, he's so fucking sick. So everyone has to go listen to you. I appreciate you for coming today.
Of course,
so good to see you. So good to see you. Thank you so much, my $1 billion babies, for tuning in. As you know, follow me at TARUHHH on social media to get everything $1 billion baby. We will be launching new episodes every week, and let us know what parts of the video you liked best. Miles and I are going to be reading the comments and responding, so please tune in.